Injuries from the game. We had Charvarius Ward had a groin, never returned. Oren Burks knee, Hargrave hamstring didn't return, and Greenlaw hip. He did come back. Go ahead.
Kyle, you got a 12-point win over a rested, somewhat desperate Seahawks team. What about today's win are you most pleased with?
Getting a win. I thought there were some things that were a little sloppy. We're just a little inconsistent throughout the day, but guys made a ton of plays, got enough points. The 2 turnovers the defense caused were huge. It wasn't the perfect football by any means, but our only goal is to get a win, and we found a way to do it.
Were the Seahawks daring him to beat him over the top?
No, they're actually pretty soft in all their coverages. They have deep guys all the time. You got one off schedule breaking out. The touchdown to Debo, just their hooker, stopped on the play. So when you do that, there's no one by him, and he saw, I think it was 33. He stopped, and Brock saw it, and that's why he got a wide open touchdown.
I don't see the big runs that Christian has almost every time you go left. How hard is it to resist just going left every single time, or do you always try to work to try to get to go left with Christian?
No, it's not always like that because I don't know whether it's going to bounce or cut back. So sometimes when we go to the right, it cuts back to the left too. So a lot of it depends on hashes and stuff and how we're playing. Yes, it makes sense to run to the left a little bit more if everything's even, but doesn't always work out that way like it might have come off.
A lot of your best offenses have been somewhat methodical, piling up first downs, working the clock. This team is so explosive today, and it's showing more and more of that. Have you had a team this explosive before in terms of, being able to get big chunk yardage?
Yeah, well, we got so many guys who can get such big plays on little plays. We went for a big play early in the game, tried to get George and BA down the middle, and the 2 hook defenders were deep and the safety. And it's one of my favorite plays by Brock on the day because he just went to a check down, which was the right answer. And Debo was a 5-yard check down, and he got 30 on it. So it's that happens on a lot of our stuff. And then the more they come up, then you can kind of get those easy big plays. The one George was huge just because they're honoring the run. And the play before that, you could see him blow the run up. And with George and Charlie over there and 22 personnel, and they're coming up aggressive. And you could tell they did it again. That's why they tried to grab George going by him, but he was able to fight through the holding and get the touchdown. So got a lot of explosive guys. But when you're not just one-dimensional in that way, you hope it's a matter of time and just how it plays out.
Debo described his play last year as awful. How would you describe his play so far this year?
It's been very good. We're not done yet, so there's a lot more football to play, so we'll see at the end of the year. But I thought Debo came into this season very ready to go. I thought he was looking really good those first couple weeks. Didn't have all the stats to show it, but that was just the way the ball went. But he was really ready to go, and then he had a huge setback with his injuries, which took him a while to get back from. And when he did, it still took some time to get back in the football shape. But starting a few weeks ago, you could see it, and I think he's at the top of his game right now.
Charvarius Ward of injury-wise, if any of those will be long-term, is it too early?
No, Ward not sure. We just have to look into it because he's had some stuff like in this past, so we're not quite sure. Oren was able to still play. Hargrave was a hamstring, so I'm assuming he pulled it, but we got to find out for sure. It's always, you never know with the D linemen how long they'll be out on that, but we'll know a little bit more tomorrow, and Greenlaw was able to come back. So
Was the big one Wisnowski's call, or was that called before?
I just knew that it would look good right there, so I just called my first fake punt.
I don't think you called one.
No, I didn't today either. I don't really know what happened on it. I think he just hesitated a little bit. I haven't got to talk to him personally. I don't know if he thought it was going to get blocked or if he bobbled the snap a hair or he just had a glitch, but it was a good one because when he paused and stuff and saw the edge, it was obviously a clean look, and he didn't hesitate for it. And I was just told he hit over 20 miles per hour on it, so that's real cool. Ronnie felt bad about it, but wish we could have avoided that.
You guys lost Ward on the first series, so how do you feel the defense responded? I guess especially the secondary.
Yeah, I thought they were huge. Just such a challenge going against their receivers, all of them. Especially Lockett and DK, and you know how good Mooney has done versus them, especially versus DK here in the past, and to lose him early in the game was stressful, especially when they hit a go route on that series too to get the touchdown, but that was about it after that. I thought Ambry had a hell of a game. I think he's been playing his best football here. I was so proud of him getting that penalty, not retaliating back. Thought Demo was unbelievable today. I wish he would have got that pick. I know Nick feels a little bit bad about that, but hated his retaliation, but we'll deal with that on our own. And then I thought Isaiah stepped it up too. I mean, we had to move guys around, and Isaiah's been a stud. He's ready for everything at any time in the game. Last week versus Philly, he had to go in and play safety on the second play when Gipp went out. And then it was kind of the same thing this week. Just we had to bump Demo outside and get him back to nickel, and those guys had a real good game.
In the first half, after they had the illegal forward pass, did you consider declining the runoff to? And it looked like you were talking to the ref about it. Did they not let you, or what happened?
No, we went back and forth on it, and then I ended up not liking my decision. It's kind of right in between there. I had enough timeouts. We said no, then we said yes, and then I was confused because when they did take the 10 seconds off, and it was after an incomplete completion, I couldn't figure out why they were running it again. None of us knew, so it was just an unusual rule. So I just talked to the ref, and he said it is a weird rule, but that's how they do it. Even if it's a dead ball, if you take a 10-second runoff, they can still start the clock. And once that started happening, and we were surprised by it, then we just let it go in at half.
Brandon Ayuk hit the 1,000-yard receiving mark, now in back-to-back seasons. What does he continue to show you week in and week out?
Just every year he gets so much better, just on the football field and also off the football field, which leads to the football field in terms of how mature he is. He's one of our leaders in there. I think BA's come a long way in terms of he gets so amped up for the games, and sometimes he won't get a ball for a little bit, and then he gets it late, and sometimes it happens early. But just BA this year, it really doesn't matter with him. He plays the same way down in and down out, and carries over in the run game and the pass game. And with the type of football player he is and how talented he is, it's always, you always feel it's a matter of time. He's going to get his 1,000, but he deserves it, and he's been great for us this year.
What was your view of the fracas there at the end, the ejections, and what was the explanation you were giving for Lenore?
I was told he threw a punch. I saw all the Fred and DK stuff, and it was an awesome job by Fred, just keeping his composure and just taking it so he wouldn't get ejected. And then after that, and we were all excited, but I know there's a big scuffle after that, and I didn't see after that, but I was told Demo threw a punch too.
The Jair Brown's showing up against the run and the pass. He seems like he's getting better every week. What are you seeing?
I see the same thing. I mean, he doesn't shy away from contact. He loves to be downhill and hit people, and he's got really good vision on the ball. And there's a couple times today that ball hung up in the air, and he had one pick, would have had two, but Fred intercepted it from him. I think it was him back there, but Fred ended up going like this. It was an awesome job. I think it was Jair letting up and not both of them going for it at the same time, because then it would have been incomplete. But he got his opportunity. As we stated a month ago, he'd been ready for his opportunity, the way he's been handling everything, and that's why now just the more experience he gets, the better he gets.
Back to the left side blocking there. We always talk about Trent. We know about Trent. How important and how well is Aaron Banks playing for that kind of play?
Aaron Banks is playing very well. I mean, I thought he did for us last year too. He had a big injury to come back from, which took him some time, but Banks is extremely consistent in everything he does. He's also got a lot of size, which is nice for us. We don't always have that, and each week he gets better. It was tough when he did have that setback, but the way he played last time versus Seattle on a real short week when he wasn't sure if he could go, followed by last week versus Philly, and then today, I couldn't be more happy with Aaron.
That's good.
All right, guys, thanks.
Mm-hmm.